coalition, hoping it can win the seat of Lingiari for the first time. The seat encompasses the entire Northern Territory, apart from Darwin. Let's go live to Matt Cunningham, who's in Alice Springs for us this morning. Matt, good morning. So what are the big issues in this seat?
Well, the one big issue, Pete, that everyone's talking about here in Alice Springs is the issue of crime. In fact, the Northern Territory Police statistics that were released yesterday showed that house break-ins were up 58% in Alice Springs year on year, and commercial property break-ins up 71%. I spoke to Damien Ryan, the CLP candidate for Lingiari. He's a former mayor of Alice Springs, and he told me that crime was certainly the number one issue that people are talking to him about.
When I door knock, when I visit communities, when I have meetings with groups, it is the first issue. I mean, only on Tuesday night of this week at the Town Council, 120 residents turned up frustrated, totally exhausted, totally overcome with what's happening in Alice Springs. But it's not just here. Friday night 2 weeks ago in Tenner Creek, there were 60 young youths in the street fighting when I got there at 7:30 at night.
He's been campaigning for 8 months, Damien Ryan, and unfortunately on the last day of the campaign he's lost his voice. But he's still out here on the hustings today. I'm at the Alice Springs Town Council headquarters, the polling booth here. He's handing out how to vote cards. He will be voting shortly. Hopefully we can bring you some live pictures of that. Yeah. But he's contesting this seat against Labor's Marion Scrymgour, a former Deputy Chief Minister of the Northern Territory. But she was certainly distancing herself from the Northern Territory Labor government when it came to that issue of crime.
And I've been able to, very strongly, to say to the Labor government, stop sitting on your hands and do something about this community, because the issues aren't going away, and policing and crime belongs to you, and I'm not going to make apologies for the Northern Territory Labor government, but they do need to do something about it.
Now, the Labor Party has always held the seat of Lingiari since its inception in 2001, but it's a bit of a different game this time around because the incumbent Warren Snowden is retiring. He spent 21 years as the member for Lingiari. In fact, he's been in the parliament for 35 years. He represented the seat of the Northern Territory before that. He told me yesterday, Warren Snowden, that he believed that the key to holding on to this seat for Marion Scrymgour and the Labor Party will be here in Alice Springs. We know that Labor traditionally polls very well in the remote Aboriginal communities that make up a large part of this seat, but they'll need to hold their own, he said, here in Alice Springs and some of the urban centres if they want to hang on to Lingiari tonight.
Hey, Matt, Damien Ryan had a touch of the Darren Lockiers about his voice, didn't he?
He sure did. Yeah, he was. He was struggling to hold it together. He wanted to let us know though, and let everyone know that he does not have COVID. He said he has a cold. He's tested several times. He doesn't have COVID, but he has been doing a lot of talking over the past few weeks, and he has unfortunately lost his voice. Fair
enough. Or maybe he can get a beer or some kind of liquid libation to soothe any kind of pain there by the end of the day.
I'm sure he'll be having one tonight if he manages to cause an upset here in Lingiari.
Yeah, for sure, no doubt about that. Hey, Matt, good to chat. We'll talk to you soon.